This is a sports catastrophe production. Hey there, Heather, ho there. It's Jeff Cutter Down welcoming you to another sports catastrophe on this day. And on this day, February 12th, Vince Carter brought Canadian basketball up to his feet. I know he's not Canadian, but fuck that, it's just my way. Yes, the Toronto Raptors were basically being underrated and overlooked by the American media. But Vince Carter changed all that. It was the 2000 Slam Dunk Contest. In fact, it was the first All-Star game since '98 because the '99 one was canceled because of the NBA's lockout. However, the 2000 Slam Dunk Contest was also his first in 3 years. In 1998, they decided to get rid of the Slam Dunk Contest and have like a skills thing, which kind of pissed a lot of people off. I mean, after all, why would they hurt the Slam Dunk Contest? They decided to bring it back and all that. And, it was good. It was a slam dunk contest that basically made people interested in the slam dunk contest, even though that a few years later they decided to try to do a wheel of dunks. Someone spun the wheel and had to do a specific dunk. Really pathetic. So there were 6 competitors. Ricky Davis, the guard from the University of Iowa, who was picked 21st in the '98 draft. Larry Hughes, the guard from, I can't remember where Larry Hughes went to school, but he was picked 8th in 1998. Joey Stackhouse, the former North Carolina forward, who played from the Detroit Pistons. He was the 3rd pick in the '95 draft. Larry Hughes was the Sixers, Ricky Davis the Hornets. Steve Francis, the guard from Maryland, who pitched when Vancouver picked him 2nd overall in the '99 draft. So he managed to get the trade to Houston for Katuda Mobley. And that's what led Vancouver down the rabbit hole. Tracy McGrady from our beloved Toronto Raptors, my beloved Toronto Raptors anyway, 9th pick in the '97 draft from Mount Zion High School, if memory serves me right. And his cousin from, a distant cousin by the name of Vince Carter from North Carolina, picked 5th by the Raptors in '98. But I knew I was going to make that mistake reading from the script. It's Mr. Doubter. Mr. Doubter, what did he want? The Raptors never picked him in the draft. I know. I was just about to say the Raptors picked him in the draft, but they picked him up after the draft. Because after the draft, he was a Raptor. I guess I didn't say it right. But anyway, he was the 5th pick in the '98 draft. And he was Golden State's draft pick. The Raptors drafted Anton Jamison, another North Carolina guy. Man, they both chose North Carolina guys, and they were traded for each other. So yeah, so Vince Carter was a big thing. That wasn't the best draft day trade ever. The Raptors ended up drafting this power forward from high school by the name of Jonathan Bender, and then they swapped him to Indiana for Antonio Davis. We fleeced Indy on that one. Ha ha ha. So anyway, yeah, the 6 slam dunk competitors and all that. Now there is partially a reason why I said it in a specific order, because Davis, Stackhouse, and Hughes all sucked in their dunk things. Basically, it was a 3-horse race to be the 3 finalists in the contest. McGrady did some good dunks. Steve Francis had one of the best verticals of a slam dunk competitor at 45 inches. That's almost 4 feet. But Vince Carter stole the show and all that. A lot of people said, well, how do you measure it? Like how good the contest was and all that. So anyway, yeah, a lot of things happened. I'll play for you the audio from this stuff, because I think about audio, so hopefully. So I'll just play you the audio. Here we go.
And that this crowd wants to see Vince Carter, who had told Kenny Smith that he has 4 dunks.
Now this first dunk. Obviously, I'm not going to show you the footage.
On the sideline, NBA players when he's coming. I don't understand this. This guy is making everybody move back. And he's going to take off from the free throw line at the beginning now. Just lose it right here.
It's like, why would you do it? Here we go.
And here is Vince Carter with his first shot.
Ooh.
Let's go home. Let's go home, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go home. Let's go home. Let's go home.
Cool. Smoops.
That is a reverse 360 going against the grain.
Obviously, I can't show you the footage.
Buildings just exploded.
The reverse 360 going against the green. That's how Vince Carter basically won the slam dunk contest, even though that was the first round. His second dunk was he took off from the out of bounds line and twisted in the air and dunked it. And then someone said, well, that was the new out of bounds play for the Toronto Raptors. And then third of all was the famous dunk. He goes between the legs and smacks it from an assist from his teammate and fellow competitor, Tracy McGrady. Basically, he won the slam dunk contest there then. In the final round, he did put a massive dunk called the honey dip that he basically dipped his elbow inside the basket after he dunked it. He won the contest fair and square. I mean, like, it was just amazing how he would do that. And then American NBA fans will know how much Toronto has improved from its expansion woes. They got some games on NBC. They got to the playoffs for the first time in their history that year, 99-2000, despite the Knicks sweeping us. The Raptors were coming. And then the next year, the Raptors ended up winning a playoff series for the first time ever in 2001 by beating the Knicks in New York in the deciding game on their court. And then the Raptors forced the Sixers to a Game 7 in 2001 and missed out on a Vince Carter last-second shot. If he had scored, the Raptors would have been in the conference finals against the Bucks. And who knows, maybe the Raptors would have went head-to-head with the Lakers in the playoffs and made in the finals. And, you know, the Raptors would probably get their butts handed to them. But anyway, yeah, the Raptors looked good. And unfortunately for that time, at that time, that was, 16 years? Like, that 2001 playoff victory against the Knicks was the only one in 16 years, and the Raptors kept falling at the first hurdle. But then, thankfully, the Raptors got better in the playoffs, and heck, a championship in 2018. That's not bad. Who would have thought that? Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond Addo.